Is a show I don't care about all that much, to be honest. In its prime, it was certainly a groundbreaking show, but I admittedly haven't seen much of this show. What I have seen is a lot of internet content centered around the show. Lots of YouTube poops, fan animations, and other things are just proof that this show still has its fans, even if a lot of them seem to complain about how bad the show has been for like 20 years. The Death Note parody was pretty funny though. They should do Evangelion next. You know, a show that was made back when people still gave a shit about The Simpsons. Now, The Simpsons, in its actuality, is not, however, what we're talking about. Instead, it's a fan series. I talked about Hamster Hell before by Lee Hardcastle during the pandemic. Jeez, that was 4 years ago? I still refuse to get the vax, though. Anyways, Lee did this series called Couch Gag, and based on our track record, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a new entry to the series the second I finish my video about it. Just like with Hammy Heck. God damn you, Lee. If you released that shit like 2 days earlier, I could have reached the 10-minute mark. Each one of these is a parody of some kind of movie, the first being You're Next. Also, despite being claymation, they are still graphically violent. So YouTube is probably going to demonetize.
Jesus Christ, don't you learn?
Why start now?
Ooh, not in front of the kids there, Marge. Yeah, well, you should have learned to hold your piston to the end of the show like everyone else, Bart. I mean, to be fair, it's not like the police would have gotten there in time anyway. This is why you use your Second Amendment rights, people. Well, that is a pretty haunting shot. Bye, Homer. Damn, even the baby didn't make it out. You know, at least when Quagmire killed the whole Simpsons family, it was quick and painless. Oh, come on, Lee, it's Clay. Just own up to it and show baby Maggie getting hatcheted to death. You did this in your other video where the werewolf ate the baby. Look, at least it's better than what they do to babies in Serbia.
Newborn! Newborn!
Honestly, Marge's hair always bothered me. Go ahead and scalp the bitch. Then Marge becomes fucking John Wick and takes all of them down. But unfortunately gets killed in the process. You tried, I guess. At least Lisa survived. Oh, nope. Thanks for that, Officer Bar Brady, or whatever the fuck your name is. So yeah, thanks for that, Lee. Thanks for ruining The Simpsons. Even more than it already has been, it seems. Anyways, the next clip is based on Reservoir Dogs, a Quentin Tarantino movie. God, I hope nobody says the N-word. You think a Vietnam vet like Skinner would be able to take a hit better than that. God, imagine asking a bank robber to be more specific with what you want, because a fucking drawing of a briefcase is not enough for me. Well, now I went from a robbery to a murder. Way to go. I guess Mole Man just has to die. Why the hell do I know all this Simpsons lore? Seriously, why? Didn't think the guy who sleeps in a race car bed had it. What is going on with me today? Look, the cops were already called. She didn't really need to die. So both of these feature people getting killed in the process of killing someone else. Lee's slacking a bit with the creativity. Damn, everyone is just bloodthirsty in the world of The Simpsons. I feel like your average person would cower in fear when watching this, but no, the second the gun falls near her, she's taking a shot too. Way to fuck it up again, officer. At least in the actual Reservoir Dogs, they made it to the safe house before they started turning on each other. These guys probably couldn't even rob a lemonade stand. The next one is based on that cartoon they based on that video of that guy going, "Hey." I generally don't even know what's going on anymore. Too many drugs were taken in the process of making these. Lee? Maybe comment your dealer's number below. Maybe. Please. You know, I bet Lee probably knows the human anatomy better than most surgeons at this point, seeing how many times he needs to model it with clay. Jesus, was that like a random crit or something? So did Marge not get fucking stabbed in the throat earlier? How is she still alive? Not very Christian of you there, Flanders. Although, I guess the Bible doesn't say anything about weed, so look at those gains. I get the whole revenge plot, but why the hell are they all cosplaying as He-Man? Where does that fit into the equation? Part 4 is based off the Joker.
I'm the Joker, baby. I'm the fucking Joker. I make fucking cool jokes.
Although it also appears to parody Taxi Driver 2. No problem for me though. Look, I like the Joker movie, but come on, Taxi Driver is just a better movie in almost every way. It's kind of like Venom versus Upgrade. Like, Venom's fine, but come on. One movie's clearly better here. Suck on this. You really do have to appreciate just how accurately Lee was able to reenact the scene from the movie using clay.
Well, don't you love me?
The truth is that I love somebody else.
You do?
You think Homer's into bunny women? The 90s are over. Space Jam ain't the shit no more. People just need to flat out stop inviting clowns onto talk shows at this point. Anyways, the final installment is based on Inglourious Basterds, another Quentin movie.
Stiglitz. Say auf Wiedersehen to your Nazi boss.
Oh great, now you got Pingu involved. The second best kids show about child abuse after Horrid Henry, of course. Wow, 51 seconds with no violence. That has to be a record. I don't even know anymore, man. Like, maybe there's some kind of hidden meaning to this, but it really has jumped the shark since the good old days of just watching The Simpsons all get murdered. Pingu's not fucking around. Wait, so Gumby, one of the California Raisins, and even Postman Pat show up and mow everyone down. I'm hoping they were all Nazis that you were shooting and not innocent theatergoers. It just ends with them saying fuck off. Like Lee's just going, this is the 5th Kaus gag. I'm done with this horse shit. Anyways, before we go, there is one more Simpsons video to talk about. It's not Claymation or by Lee Hardcastle, it's by Hulopy. But like, when else am I ever going to get the chance to talk about this? Here is Homer Loses It. The world is a sadder yet safer place without him. If people who knew you don't consider putting that on your grave after you die, can you really say that you actually lived?
What do you say we go out for a round of frosty chocolate milkshake?
Alrighty.
Well, as you can see, Homer has, I guess you could say he's maybe seen better days. That's what happens when you drink and drive. Dealing with grief ain't easy, especially when your life becomes a coked up fever dream.
Hey, Homer! Is that you in there?
Jesus Christ, get that away from me. I should not have to see that.
Huh. You haven't been at the plant for days. It's probably about your dead son, huh?
Yeah, it probably is. Way to rub it in.
That's a real pickle. Is everything okay?
Jesus Christ, man, read the room.
Don't do anything stupid, Homer!
I imagine Homer's immediately about to do something stupid like right now.
You! Why the devil are you loitering out here?
Don't say revenge. Don't say revenge.
If you keep Mr. Burns at that one exact angle, you only have to model and texture one side. Genius. Well, I guess that's it for the Simpsons videos.
Hey, aren't you gonna talk about Dead Bart?
What about Dead Bart, What about Dead Bart? I don't know any Dead Bart.
But
What about Dead Bart?